Hello, welcome to Western Montana Views. I'm Ryan.
Hi, I'm Lee. Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys. Second episode. Glad to have it. I'm glad we're still going to do it, and we're just going to get right to it. So, first topic of the day.
Montana as a backdrop.
Okay.
Most notably, what we're referencing is film and television. So, there's obvious reasons to film productions and do production work in Montana, and obviously it's the beauty and the diversity of our geography, of our climates, of our watershed.
You just see all different shades too on the TV screen. You see blues and greens and yellows and reds and whites, and you see it all.
Cinematically, it is just stunning. And all the seasons are wonderful.
Which seasons are wonderful?
The two that we have.
You never mentioned the episode on this recording.
The two seasons we have are winter and summer.
Oh, I thought we were going to go to Montana's setting.
Oh, no, I was talking weather.
Weather. Oh, yeah. So we have winter and we have road construction.
So if you're going to come to Montana and do your production work, be aware that there will be scheduled delays and where you're traveling. Television. I want to talk about television. We're big fans of the TV series Yellowstone.
Yellowstone's decent show. It's a good show, actually. Yeah.
Shot in Yellowstone, wildly famous worldwide, great viewership. We love it a lot. We can pick it apart, of course, but we're natives and we're mouthy. And when we're watching Yellowstone, it's easy to nitpick. Would we want to be part of it? You bet.
Yeah, it'd be fun to be part of for sure. Yeah.
Anyway, they're doing a good job. They show a lot of the beauty. They show a lot of the sentiment of the different main characters in the show. From the Native American perspective to the longtime landowner to 21st century changes that are coming to Montana, and we see them every day in our local newspapers and in our televised news and stuff. Some things we like, some things we don't like, but progress moves forward. Nothing stands still. What are they going to do in the series? I don't know, but I'll be watching next time I get an episode 2.
Right, and how I first got in Yellowstone II wasn't just because it was set in Montana, because there could be a lot of crappy shows that are set in Montana. I'm sorry. Oh, you do? Oh, good. We should hear some, but and we will. But what I like about it though is it's made by Taylor Sheridan. He's made some awesome Western movies or Western-like movies in a contemporary setting in the last 10, 15 years.
See, I did not know who he was, and at one time I thought I had my finger on the pulse of who's doing what and this and that. Not because I'm, follow Hollywood everyone, but a lot. But you said he's the same guy that was involved in White River?
Wind River.
Wind River.
So there's Wind River,
Sorry,
and then the first time I actually. I didn't even know him as a director. I knew him, I guess he was on Sons of Anarchy, for a little bit, and then he bowed out, and then he wanted to do his own directing, his own writing, his own filmmaking, and that's when I learned of Sicario.
Right. Big fans of Sicario.
Right, and that's it's haunting, it's tragic, but it's definitely probably on the realistic side. Yeah,
So loving that, and I'm a big fan. I believe that they're portraying Montana in ways that Montanans don't object to. Some of them are stereotypical, and some are spot on. I mean, anytime they have a bar scene, it's Montana.
Yeah,
it's typically spot on. Other production.
Yeah, the bar. Yeah, whenever she's in the bar and whenever she's like dealing with Beth, when Beth is dealing with the cowboys in the bar, she's trying to like get them to kick that guy's ass, basically, like all throughout, basically. Like that's a realistic scene. I could see that actually
all the time, but it probably happens in bars nationwide.
Oh yeah,
worldwide.
Oh for sure. But I'm from here, but
a believable character.
But it's a believable character though.
Right. Other productions, I don't think portray Montana in a good light. I mean, we have, not only are we a nation of laws, our state is known for writing the book on it. I mean, this is a state that has done a lot of vigilantism if you look at our history and stuff. I mean, I can't say it any plainer than we hang bad cops. Now, we haven't done it in the 20th century and we haven't done it in the 21st century, but that vigilante shit?
No, it's deeply a part of this state. But the thing is, there was no police force, or at the very least, the police force was absolutely corrupt. It was taking from everybody. It was killing even its own citizens.
Right.
I mean, they were honestly dead to rights. They were hanging hundreds of people at a time where only thousands of people were living in the state.
Well, it actually got to...
So it got really bad.
It actually had to be shut down really bad because they were using the vigilantes as feud fighters and stuff. It got so out of hand. I mean, initially in Virginia City, we just got rid of a corrupt police force. And we've been on the guard ever since then to not have corrupt cops. Not to say that we probably don't have a couple.
Right, but on their badge it says what? 3777?
Yeah, that's the dimensions of a... Well, there's debate.
There's debate.
They say it's the dimensions of a grave. 3 foot wide, 7 foot long, 77 inches down.
6 feet.
That's if it's summertime. If not, you got to bust through the frost. Okay, but so for the productions that are just borrowing the name Montana and showing all the darkest sides of Montana without showing any balance or good of Montana, I believe that they should just own up and call it wherever it is that they're filming at, and suffer the slings and the arrows that might come their way. There's good ways to use Montana as a backdrop. There's bad ways of using Montana as a backdrop. You want to know about some of the movies that were made here?
Yeah, let's
most
go
notables.
Through that. Sure, and most notables. Let's go through the most notables.
Okay, well, Hidalgo. Do you remember that? With
that was filmed here.
Viggo
Mortensen's movie.
Viggo Mortensen. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the big horse racing stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know what parts because I haven't watched it in a long, long time.
Oh, sure.
But they filmed up at the Blackfoot Reservation, up in Glacier, and up in Kalispell.
I did not know that.
Okay, there's student graduates from Montana State University that were just awarded a massive award for their film Unbranded, and it was about them taking horses from way down south all the way up to the Canadian border.
Oh, okay. Sorry, and I don't want to just trash film students or anything. It's just a matter of like, well, there are film schools, but this actually got real awards and real.
This got some highfalutin awards.
Okay.
I didn't write what they did. Okay, but the Horse Whisperer.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Redford.
Right. Exactly.
Sure.
Shot in the Big Timber area.
Okay.
I-90.
Yeah.
East side of the Divide.
Makes sense.
Before Billings. A river runs through it.
Okay.
Livingston and Bozeman.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The River Wild. Do you remember the Kevin Bacon one?
I don't think I've seen that one.
Okay. Glenn Close was in it.
I'll take your word for it, but I just haven't seen it.
Okay. Shot up in Libby. And why wouldn't they? I mean, that's a great river up there. Broken Arrow.
Oh, they shot some of Broken Arrow here. I could probably see some of that.
They shot some parts of it in Livingston and Lewistown.
Huh? No
and
joke.
you can see Lewistown because you get over there and some missile silos and bomb places.
No, that is true. No, that makes sense.
There was a movie called Far and Away, made in '92. It was about the settlers being granted land in Montana, and there was a big rush to stake your property.
Okay, yeah.
That's how Dutton Senior got his property.
Sure.
Probably on the land rush. Mm-hmm. But that was shot in Billings and Bozeman. That starred, I believe, Tom Cruise. Okay. Toy Soldiers. You ever hear that? Toy Soldiers?
I think I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, they shot that in the old Montana prison in Anaconda.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Didn't the Untouchables, wasn't that one of them?
The Untouchables, parts of it were shot in Great Falls.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what parts of the movie.
I think that's when they're literally like in the western scene or whatever. It's when Connery and the rest go down, and deal with like the mob's books or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, they're in the west. Yeah, dealing with that, and it looks like Montana.
Cool deal. You remember the movie Runaway Train with John Voight?
No.
It's a runaway train. I don't know the premise of it. I don't really care to ever see it.
I know who John Voight is, but I haven't heard of the movie.
But they shot at the old Montana prison also. Stone Boy in '84. It got rave reviews. Triumph of a Man Called Horse.
Okay. Any more known or notable or new?
Continental Divide with John Belushi.
Okay, yeah.
Shot part of it in Glacier.
So we're going backwards. Okay, yep.
Heaven's Gate, which was a Chris Christopherson flop. It's like historically a flop. The Missouri Breaks with Jack Nicholson and Marlon Brando. And then now we get to my era. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot with Clint Eastwood and Jeff Bridges.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, good flick. A movie by Evel Knievel with George Hamilton as Evel Knievel.
Okay.
But they shot it, a lot of it, in Butte Deer Lodge.
Okay.
I mean, that was money going to the local economy.
Sure.
And the actor that played Evel Knievel was as loved as Evel Knievel because he brought Hollywood to Butte.
Sure.
Butte, America. Little Big Man with Dustin Hoffman. You ever see it?
No.
Yeah. And then again, another one with Jeff.
But again, this is generational. Like I got I got some new things to look up. Maybe I'll watch some of these now. So
well, the TV show Thunderbolt and Lightfoot.
I've heard of it.
Jeff Bridges and Clint Eastwood. That was made in 1974. In 1975, Jeff Bridges made Rancho Deluxe.
Okay, I have seen Rancho Deluxe.
Shot in Livingston and Yellowstone Park.
Sure.
Why wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be shot there?
Yeah.
And since he made that movie, he's never left Paradise Valley.
No, in fact, you see him around that area quite a bit, actually.
You could drink a beer with him at Chico.
He lives over that area.
Yeah. Back in my drinking days, I had a couple beers with Peter Fonda.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, he was always at Chico. He'd ride his motorcycle over there and drink some beer and bullshit with everybody. But those are some of the main movies that have been made in Montana as of late.
Cool.
And the reason that they come here is obviously because of the monetary benefits.
Definitely.
I'm probably running a little long.
You're running at about 13 and a half, 45, 14.
Yeah, we only have 2 topics here for you today, folks, so we're trying to evenly split.
And we have to be under half an hour for the YouTube at the moment. So
okay, all right. Let me just rifle off a couple of these stats here. So there's a monetary benefit. In July 1st of 2019, Montana passed the Media Act, and it came into effect offering 20% transferable income tax credit on production expenditures, and Hollywood lit up. They have percentages off for this, that, the other thing. They have a percentage off for if
now why are these important? Because we haven't had them in the past.
Because we haven't had them in the past.
Exactly.
A lot of times our tech savvy legalese has to catch up with established norms that have been established for a long time elsewhere
We're just glad to be in the
New York,
20th century, much
California.
less the 21st.
Right,
So,
right. And, you know, they had old laws before, but it's like, yeah, if you're going to film in Montana, just check in with us and we'll let you know whether or not you... And probably not. I'm sorry if you're state workers and stuff. Okay, I get it. It wasn't that way. But the thing is, it's gotten a lot friendlier for out-of-state production companies to come and do stuff in Montana, and it is motivated by...
film, yeah.
money.
Money in film, yeah.
And that's a good thing because it pumps money into
They'll
the local
invest.
economy. They have a benefit for hiring college kids, either from the U of M or Montana State University, both that have reputable film and TV schools, right? And the student gets credit, and they get a monetary break. It's a win-win. So, all right. With that said, we might revisit this a little bit more. We'll definitely revisit Yellowstone.
We'll be revisiting this more. So,
You had something you wanted to talk about.
yeah, I want to bring up a new segment. It's called Fiction versus Reality, and we're going to be talking about Montana in this edition. We may talk about other topics later, but right now it's going to be Montana.
So this is about Montana, fantasy versus reality.
Fiction versus reality.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah.
So here's one, for example. Kids practically get their first gun from around the time they play t-ball.
And
The reality is firearms are a way of life, and some do shoot 22s and shoot their parents, different small firearms, yeah. But there's also a healthy respect for the damage a firearm can give. I think that they're given the talk way earlier than city kids,
Well, to take hunter safety, there's probably more of the population of youngsters taking hunter safety than elsewhere.
I mean, we're taught, and we're also taught that you can't take that bullet back if you send it downrange. There's no way.
No,
it's impossible.
Once gone, it's your responsibility.
Yep, and if you do the damn time, if you do the crime, you do the time. So, I mean, it's true. So, let's see another one. You will be attacked by wildlife. The reason why I bring this up is in every show, in every TV show, or any place in Montana, it's the wild bear or the cougar is going to attack you. I mean, I got attacked like 10 different times in Far Cry last night, just playing in Far Cry 5. So
the bears are everywhere.
They are. They're everywhere. I saw like 4 of them in one day, and it's like, no, that's not gonna happen.
Right. Unless you're a horse packer that can get up in there in the timberline.
Unless you're literally
Bears
just packing beef and wanting to get killed out there.
Going to Yellowstone and smearing your kid with honey.
So the reality is respect that you're more in their habitat than you are in theirs. It's a great incentive to respect the wildlife. You're in their habitat more.
Right. And, the Montanans...
So respect that.
The Montanans that have spent any time here, if you're a recent arrival to Montana, learn real fast, you don't mess with the wildlife.
No. Because
they have the potential of taking your life.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, even deer. I mean, even the deer. You don't think that Mr. Innocent Deer, or Miss Innocent Deer, and then just either hits your car or they run into you, and that's that.
God forgive me, but what really makes me laugh is in the summertime on the local news when you hear about someone that was thrown 12 foot in the air because it got too close to a buffalo in Yellowstone National Park.
Yeah, that can happen.
All you can do is cheer the buffalo on.
Well done. Good job,
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Well done, Mr. Buffalo.
Let's see.
Number 3, you're on.
Number 3. Everyone is either a rancher, a farmer, a lawyer, or a businessman.
No. Some people pave the roads.
Well, and that's just it. Some people have to pave the roads. There are school teachers. There are people that work in the hospitals. There are people that, that just make society move. They still get coffee. They still make coffee. They still...
Right. Not everyone's a millionaire.
Not everyone's a millionaire. In fact, very few are, in Montana. As much as they show the extravagant lifestyle, some of that is just kind of rich people, visual, Candy, basically. Yeah.
Right.
And it is, but at the same time, if you have to work 40, 50, 60 hours a week, you may not be, seeing all that visual beauty every single day.
Well, you can't eat the scenery.
No, you can't. And you got to make an okay wage. So there are people of all stripes, I guess is my point,
Well,
it's America. We have people of all types.
If you're a common person in Montana, you aren't going to make a lot of money. But the upside is, if you live in Montana, you don't need a lot of money. You need character.
Mm-hmm. As far as distance goes, I have, as fiction, you can go to faraway parts of the state and back by early afternoon, like Livingston to Whitefish.
Right.
Or,
this is a criticism that we have about films and TVs and stuff.
Like in Yellowstone, like they had one where it's like, okay, we're all going to meet up at this one spot, and then we're going to go to this other place, and then we'll be back by early afternoon. And it's like, no.
No, you won't.
No, you won't. That's going to take you all day. And you want to know why? And this is the reality. The reality is we're the size of Germany. Montana is the size of Germany. It's even bigger than the size of Japan as the size of a country. That is huge. That's a big country, or a big state in a country in itself.
Right. Yep.
So it's just something to keep in mind. Distance is something that you have to contend with, and there really is no interstate plane travel or really train travel at the moment. So a lot of it's cars.
Most of it is land travel.
Yeah. Land travel.
Yeah.
So something to keep in mind. 6, we absolutely get no media. I mean, we have no internet. We have no news. No news, no nothing.
It's telegraph.
Right, telegraph. Now, thankfully, I think we're kind of getting somewhat over that. I mean, people are starting to realize that, people do get satellite, if nothing else, and they watch really crappy news.
Right, and this might be obvious to our viewers that are like watching us from Idaho or from Wyoming and stuff, but to talk to someone from the South,
or urbanites,
but if we have viewers that are watching from the Southeast, you might be interested in that. Don't believe everything you see on TV and film about Montana. You have to realize that you have fantasy and you have reality.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And so anyway,
let's see.
You're always in a gunfight.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fiction. You're always in a gunfight.
Always.
Now let me tell you something. When I'm playing Far Cry 5 or when I'm watching a TV show, guns are always going to be going off, and if it's about Montana, like there's always bang bang, shoot 'em up, or else it's just not Montana. And you know what? I kind of like that in my fiction, but in reality, it doesn't happen.
No, but we're always prepared for a gunfight.
So that's the reality, okay? That's the reality. See, the fiction is that we're always in a gunfight. The reality, I even have it written down right here. You even read that. I've
got it right here.
Okay, yeah. It says, you're always prepared for the gunfight.
Right.
Big difference, So, and that is true. Firearms are just always around. Let's see. Number 10. Montana's a place to escape from the law. I'm kind of jumping around here, guys, on what I should and shouldn't say. So, Montana's a place to escape from the law. 10. Well, unless you're in the true wilderness with no roads, you can and will be found as a fugitive just as easy, if not easier, thanks to the elements and little public transportation.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
There's no escape.
You think you're going to escape into the hills of Montana and no one's ever going to find you. That'll last for about 72 hours.
And then you'll end up in Walmart. Then you end up in Costco. And then you end up,
and our
on the grid.
And our law enforcement in this state is very good.
It is, yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, and one more thing. Everyone wants, and last but not least, although we've been talking about guns a lot, everyone wants unlimited guns. I'm going to say that's fiction.
That is fiction.
Okay? Because I think you do have to prove that the person, I mean, in order to take their weapons away, you have to make sure that they're truly a dangerous person.
To themselves.
Or others. Yep. Firearms should be taken away for spousal abuse, child abuse, abuse of animals, things like that. I think they should be taken away for that. Anyway, I'm not against all gun control as a gun owner. That's just a fact. And it's about control, not taking it away from a person that should legally have it under the Second Amendment. That's my take as a Montanan.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I like guns, but at the same time, I understand people don't want them or need them or,
well, there's a lot of things that prove that everyone wants unlimited guns is untrue. Because for one,
I mean, I'm in Montana and I don't want unlimited guns, so.
I could only afford so many.
Well, there's that too. You're going to eat through so much ammo. It costs money to shoot, guys.
Yeah, it costs a lot of money, even if you reload, So, and you don't have the time to shoot them. And so all they end up becoming is a source of irritation between you and your wife because you shouldn't have bought that last piece. And no, I don't want anyone to have any firearm or any sort of tool of destruction willy-nilly. I mean, you got to be a certain age to get a driver's license.
Yeah.
You got to be a certain age to vote. Hope you voted. Hope you voted.
Yeah, and I don't care what party you are, vote.
Vote. I don't care. So, do they want them? Okay, yeah, I want in one hand and I poop in the other, and I know which one fills up first. So, yeah, you're right. That one is a fiction. Mm-hmm. So, anyway, we got through our two topics.
Sounds good. Thanks for listening, everybody. We are glad to bring Western Montana views to you. We are going to try to have multiples in the can, and then that way we can upload on a regular schedule, guys.
So, yeah, we hope to be uploading here relatively soon. So
in about a month.
So anyway, stay tuned. I hope that you're all being safe and practicing good health, protections for yourself with COVID. Vaccine's not far away. Please wear a mask. Please wear a mask, at least
at this time. And even Biden is asking for it. President-elect Biden is asking for it. So, please do wear a mask. I mean, I guess they're going to want to require indoors. I don't know if we're going to be doing it indoors, like in our house, but we're absolutely in public.
No, what I get from that is that if you decide you can't take it no more, and you go over the wall, and you go to that bar, when you come home, you need to wear a mask around the other people that live in this house, to include the cats and the dogs.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, if your cat goes, cat mask. We got to make cat masks and put them on our cats.
No. No, I don't want to get scratched up.
We'll probably get arrested. Anyway, new improvements. We're wearing headphones. Yeah, it does sound better, the whole broadcast. So.
Checking our levels, checking how things sound.
So we're learning as we go.
Yes, we are.
I hope you're enjoying us because we can only get better. So, anyway.
Well, and I'm sure we'll screw up sometimes, but we're going to improve because of that, so.
Right. So, hope you're all well. Thanks for watching Western Montana Views.
Peace out, guys. Have a good one.